What is up, everybody, and welcome to a new video. So today, started the first clip a bit late, so we have almost 4:30, and that's because I am currently trying to have a bigger phase of recovery for like the next 3 days. I am trying to, align my personal circadian rhythm not with what I am trying to achieve overall, but for this short destination, just give it the time that it prefers. So I am more of a night person, right? So I tend to sleep a bit later, but right now it's still before 12 p.m. So right now I am looking for that, you know, 10, 11 sweet spot that lets me somehow sleep through the night till preferably 8 so that I can get a bit more sleep in because 7 hours are good. And I also sometimes get 8, but I'd like to get more days with 8 than just 7. So today's first day, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday potentially, I am focusing on sleep and recovery. But at the same time, I am so hyped because sleep and recovery focus means that I can also go batshit insane during training. Also, this is like a few sizes too small actually. So if I stand up, you'd see it's a bit small, but I feel like I feel good. Sometimes you just need to put on the slightly smaller shirt to feel big. Unless you look in the mirror and you see what abomination you have become. Jokes on you. Give me a second because I have to turn off the water and grab my protein shake as well as my pre-workout. See you in a sec. Okay, so for the protein shake, also just in case you're wondering, I am just sitting alone in a video channel by myself because OBS is kind of scuffed, so I'm using the Microsoft recording tool. But whatever, shaker, shout out to Christina because I've talked to her a lot about almond milk. So I finally decided to toss in or to finally buy it because it was not that expensive. And, I'm a bit nitpicky with my money, unless it's for gym. So I was like, yeah, you know what? 20 cents. It's trying it out for the first time in like, how long am I going to the gym? I know I don't look like it, but like 5 years. So, okay. We are going with the classic protein coffee. I really need some other flavors because I can't take that much caffeine. Already had a white monster at work. So, yeah, always pour in a bit of your milk, water, plant substitute, or whatever, just to prevent it from clumping too much. And also, almond milk is supposed to be a lot sweeter. I don't know about the calories. Let me just take a quick peek. So this is at 15 per 100. This is actually kind of good. Holy, okay. I like it. Clean. Yeah, just one scoop. Boots. There it is. Putting back the scoop. And now just put it in and for the rest of the almond milk. So with 200 liters, you usually get like 2 shakes and 3 cups of coffee or something like that, right? If you're going for 400 milliliters of fluid, so on a liter you have 800, meaning 2, and then 200 milliliters to pour into your coffee, depending on, how much you like milk in your coffee, how creamy, how soft you want it, right? So unless you drink a watery coffee, if you know, you know. That's it. Also, the present I've been preparing did come along very nice. So I'm happy about that. And I am so hyped for my weekend because it's just gonna be gym, a bit of learning, studying, but it's just gonna be gym and recovery and steps and I feel like that right now is just exactly what I want and what I need. Also, I feel like looking at my face right now, so I haven't really eaten that much today. Also, did not drink enough water, so let's change that real quick. I just feel a bit deep bloated, at least in the face, and overall I just feel a bit, feeling slimmer, feeling the calories and kilos going down, which is always a nice feeling. this is your reminder to drink some water. And now for the almond milk, this is, I think, really the first time I'm trying out almond milk. So I've been going for what's it called? It's not oat milk. Is it? Let me just quickly look it up. It's oat milk. Okay, it's oat milk. So the grocery store where I go shopping, you can either buy like without sugar or without added sugars, meaning that because the oat milk itself does already contain some sugars, it's really sweet, even though there are no added sugars. And the other one is a bit more plain, more of this oaty taste. But I feel like that, in combination with like a decaf coffee, which I only drink at work, at my other workplace, it's really such a goated hot drink. Like, holy, it's super tasty. So can recommend that to anyone out there. A decaf coffee plus oat milk is like, mwah, it's a 10 out of 10. Better than, hot chocolate or anything, and less sweet, and just this very savory, aromatic taste. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's dig right into this. This tastes like a mix of popcorn and the sugary almonds you can buy on Christmas markets. Let me just look it up. Roasted almonds, yeah. So coated in sugar, kind of, and then roasted. So it actually really tastes. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, but because of this roasted taste, or like roasted almonds, that gives it this almost popcorn-esque taste. It's paired with the coffee protein powder. Really, really nice. It feels a bit watery though, so you don't have this, full feeling of, or this creamy feeling that you'd get with like a high percentage fatty milk. But because I don't drink high percentage fatty milk because of my stomach and the calories, that's not that big of a deal for me. Or at least I usually don't, except when I'm visiting family. So yeah, that's really nice. And now I'm just mixing getting ready for the gym, and then I'll see you after that. Maybe trying to film some videos, a few clips today from my sets would be cool. Because today we are pulling up with the hex bar again, which is super fun exercise. And it just feels way more natural than, the standard deadlifting grip, because your arms are at the side of your body instead of in front, meaning that you get more of just this connection to the bar, actually. And I also feel my quads a lot more during hex deadlifts. But yeah, I'm excited, I'm stoked, I'm happy that I can hit legs today. And I hope it's not as full as yesterday, but because I am a bit earlier than yesterday. And also I'm not alone, so yeah, I'm surviving this one. Doesn't matter how. Yeah. So see you later. Day 24, by the way. Yep, day 24. Long time. Bye. Hey everybody. I am back after the gym. It's 21:23. So it is actually kinda late. And I'll try to go to bed soon, but we still have to finish and wrap up today's stuff. So first of all, yeah, I had a really nice leg workout. The hex bar is just such a cool thing in the gym, and Then I just did some leg extensions because I felt my hamstrings today more than I did my actual quads. Maybe I was a bit too much still focused on like the deadlifting aspect, because we have this platform in the gym where you can deadlift or, you know, put up a hex bar. And I think maybe that was the reason for it, but I don't know. And also had a nice long stretching before that, so actual proper warm up. And who would have thought? But now nothing really hurts. Yeah. Then did my half an hour cardio. Let me just quickly check how many steps I did today. Um, there it is. So I walked a bit more today because, first of all, at work, even though it's a small place where I work, I just, walking between all the lines and then to the gym, back, going shopping and everything. So today we have, okay, that's kind of low to be honest, 15k steps. Yesterday it was a bit more. Yesterday I had 21, almost 22k steps. So as of now, we average around 19k steps a day. It's Thursday, so a total of 67k steps and a total of 45 kilometers, which I think on 4 days is acceptable. And then on top of that, I still do the cardio that is not tracked on my outdoor steps. So, yeah. And I feel a bit worse than I did before, which is not because I actually hit my 120 grams of protein today and stayed under 2k calories. It's more of constantly having to walk towards getting back your spark. For those of you that may not know the expression, your spark is basically just your happiness, your joy, right? Kind of. And of course, if you go through a breakup, if you go through the end of a relationship, whatever kind it may be, you go through a hard time, through an emotional heavy time. And of course, you're gonna feel down, you're gonna feel sad. But I had the luck that it was, I don't know, because it was the ways I just knew from back then, or because I don't really have other stuff that I usually do. But with just the gym and working out and getting a lot of exercise being my coping mechanism, I feel like I am on a really good way. Because to be honest, and without wanting to sound arrogant or something, I feel like I am emotionally more mature than at least 90% of my peers or people around my age. Not because I know everything, but because I know how little I actually know and try to accept that. And I don't mean, this one dude at a party that's like, "Oh, that's actually this is a big city, so many people in here, bro. That's so deep." No, it's because I know that sometimes life just sucks and that's okay. And sometimes you feel like crying. And there will be people that belittle you, but there will also be people that cheer you up and support you and love you. And just finding back your spark, right? So it's, for me, it's been 24 days. It's not easy, but I am getting there. And it's something that you actively have to pursue through the way you're living your life, through the way you're structuring your days, your exercise, your diet, and also sometimes just your mindset, that you allow yourself to cry out, take a deep breath, look in the mirror and say, okay, you know what? Done. Grab yourself by the balls and do it anyways. And today is such a day for me. So right now I feel a bit worse. And that's okay. And I know that tomorrow is still in the stars, right? It's unwritten. And it relies on me on how I am going to perceive tomorrow. if I am going to say, everything sucks, or if I'm going to say, well, it might suck now, but let's look at it again after I had a lunch, went to the gym with a good friend, spent some time socializing, spent some time just getting nice fresh air, walking a few steps, and relaxing for a few minutes. So you don't just magically get back your spark or find your spark, and also just because this one person joins. No, that's not it. The only person that has to join your life is you, and the only person that you have to find is yourself. And that's incredibly hard. It's harder than finding someone else. And it is beautiful to have someone else to grow with, but just throwing yourself at other people in the pursuit of a hope that avoiding loneliness means feeling accomplished and full does not work. Maybe for a short period of time, butterflies in your stomach, you feel like airplanes in the night sky are shooting stars, and you want to make a wish. But then, after a few months, when that wears off and you get through the first hardship, comfortability sets in, you get used, there are no new patterns, you start to settle in. You're gonna have days where you spend less time with your significant other or whoever it may be. And then you're faced with reality that it's hard sometimes. And then it's such a big contrast to your usual day that, yeah, you might feel overwhelmed. And that's why I personally think it's, of course, beautiful if you have someone to grow with, to evolve with, to build something with. And it's even more beautiful if it's someone you love and that loves you. But at the same time, you cannot stop loving yourself. You cannot stop pursuing your own spark. It's okay to live with somebody and partially for somebody. But at the end of the day, you have to live for yourself. And if you're not able to love yourself, how are you supposed to love someone else? Just think about how hard it is to change yourself. And now you expect others to change, or you expect yourself to being able to change others? That's not possible unless you find and change yourself first. So, please, actively pursue your spark and your happiness. Don't just rely on luck and it will slide. No, you have to pursue it. You have to work for it. And then it feels like life's putting it in your hands because you have to open them first. And that's something that's really sad and really beautiful at the same time, because hardship and earning something means that it's just worth more and more sacred, to be honest, in my opinion. And yeah, that's maybe the keynote I want to end today's video with. Find yourself first and actively pursue your happiness. It's okay to not be happy always, but you still have to pursue it. You still have to work for it, and you have to do it. It's hard, it's hard, it's dirty, but it's like gardening, because at the end of the day, you look at a beautiful bed of flowers, maybe your favorite ones, maybe, I don't know what chrysanthemum are in English, but they're very beautiful, and they stand for protection and love. So if you get a tattoo with flowers, Google them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, that's it for today. Actually turned out a bit longer than I expected, I think, looking at the time. But yeah, please look out for yourself and find your own spark, because it is in you and you can do it. If no one believes in you, I do. Stay safe, feel loved, and pursue it. Bye.